His girlfriend brings him home for Christmas break, then dumps him. But there's still hope. She's got two sisters. Patrick Dempsey stars in the award-winning Canadian comedy, Some Girls. Next on PRISM.
On a night full of stars, in a campground full of families, Lindy Chamberlain lived the nightmare that every mother fears.
God, no, please, God, help me. The baby! My baby!
And the press found a victim. Meryl Streep stars in a true story of a brave mother's trial.
She's a witch, you know.
You're crediting me with the perfect murder.
Someone is definitely out to get us.
Tell me what really happened to your little sister.
Lindy's private
Am I
life
telling you?
became public property. Her grief became a sideshow, and her innocence became a story no one wanted to hear.
I'd like to know more than anyone else. What happened to my baby daughter?
Lindy Chamberlain's courage inflamed a nation, but her triumph inspired the world. A cry in the dark.
PRISM Sports is brought to you by Hershey Park, where the excitement is building all through the summer. Don't miss it. Pittsburgh tonight. The Phillies swept at New York, including yesterday's ninth-inning loss, and the Pirates, who were bumped out of first by the Expos on Saturday night before salvaging one win at Montreal yesterday afternoon. To the confluence of the Allegheny and Ohio and Monongahela rivers for the action tonight. And right now the teams are in the sixth inning of play, and unfortunately it is the Pirates leading the Phillies by a score of 5-0. Let us check the highlights for you. Nick Leyva in the dugout chewing away, and he started chewing a lot faster here in the bottom of the second inning. The Pirates scoring as Bobby Bonilla's at bat. Jose De Jesus with a wild pitch. Wally Backman makes it 1-0. Meantime, at the top of the second, it is Ricky Reed starting for Pittsburgh, getting De Jesus to end the inning. In the bottom of the second, Sid Bream. You heard Andy Musser. Barry Bonds in from second. 2-0 Pittsburgh. Bottom three. Phillies defensively very nice. John Kruk to the shortstop Dickie Thon, and Kruk gets it back. However, in the bottom of the fourth, Jose Lean. This baby is in open spaces, my friend. It's going to go for a triple. It'll score 2 runs. Mike LaValliere and Sid Bream. It's got to be hit far to plate LaValliere. And the Pirates, here with pitcher Ricky Reed, get more, as Jose Lean will be plated on this sacrifice fly. Ron Jones isn't going to turn around and throw it. And again, it is the Pirates leading at Pittsburgh. The score is 5-0 over the Phillies, and they are now in the 7th inning tonight at Three Rivers Stadium. A battle for first is on tonight in the American League East. We will have the highlights for you, including the latest scores, plus a major NBA trade. Those stories and more still to come. Stay with us.
This is the thrill you've been waiting for. The burst of acceleration, the blast of rushing air, and powerful G-forces. Your heart pounding with excitement. Hold on to your seat and take a ride on the wind.
Basketball camps I really love to go and see, because those kids are there for one reason, and that's to learn this game, and I want to try and do as much as I can to help them along that path and try to give them some of the things that I've picked up and hopefully help their career.
It really is enjoyable to get out there to see the joy in the kids' lives when you come out, and just to be able to help them out, and even if it's just one ball player who you can touch or you can make better, then you've done a good job.
Barkley Hawkins and the Sixers show you their stuff at the Sixers overnight and day camps. The New York Mets continue their inexorable climb tonight as they travel to St. Louis to play the Cardinals and the San Francisco Giants. with a chance to gain on the Reds. They are opening a series at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. These two games among a full slate tonight in the National League. As you could see under the lights at Wrigley, the lowly Cubs leading the Expos, who trail the Pirates by a half game in the NL East. Mark Carrion with a home run number 8. The Mets remaining hot as they lead the Cardinals right now at St. Louis in the 3rd. In the 7th inning now at Riverfront, Cincinnati leading the Giants. Same score, the Dodgers over Atlanta in the 6th. 3rd inning under the Dome, and it's the Astros thus far blanking the Padres. In the American League at Fenway Park, Boston and Toronto vying for first place in the East. Cito Gaston, his Toronto team, with 15 straight at Fenway, the last Boston win there, August of '87. Boy, a lot of scoring in the first 2 innings. Right here, Kelly Gruber knocks in Junior Felix. It's 2-0 Blue Jays, and then John Olerud, who just wrecked the Yankees, right here with a double into that little area in center field. Fred McGriff comes in from second base. Toronto up 3-0. That's Mike Greenwell hitting only 162 with runners in scoring position. But right here, this is enough to plate Wade Boggs and make it 3-2 Toronto. Oh yes, Jody Reed also coming in to score. Tony Pena then with a base hit. How about a couple of former Cardinals here in Pena and Tom Brunansky coming in, and it's 4-3 Boston. All this in the first inning, by the way, and then Wade Boggs right here knocking in a couple. 6-3 Boston after 1. And there's finally Pena being tagged out. Here, top of the second. Top of the second. Mookie Wilson here with a base hit to knock in Manny Lee. 6-4 Boston, and wouldn't you know it, they've played it a few more. They are tied at 7 only after 4 at Fenway. At Milwaukee, Rob Deere, not much of an average, but a 2-run home run number 11, as right now Milwaukee leads it in the 2nd. And the 5th, Minnesota is leading the Rangers. The world champion A's entertaining Detroit, and getting started about 45 minutes from now, the White Sox, who just took a series from Oakland, they will be at Anaheim. Charles Barkley, the patient, doing just fine tonight. Charles had surgery earlier today on his right shoulder, a bone spur, and a ligament had to be worked on. The Sixers forward will now rehab now for about the next 10 weeks. Former Sixers general manager John Nash is wielding the scythe in Washington. A bit more than a week now as the Bullets general manager. Nash today making his first major trade. We will sort all that out for you in a moment. But first, news that veteran guard Reggie Theus has been traded, going to the New Jersey Nets in exchange for a couple of second-round picks. Reggie playing with the expansion Orlando Magic this past season. He's 32 years old in his 12th year, and today he goes to the New Jersey Nets. Now let's get back to John Nash. Today, his Washington Bullets acquiring 6'10" Purvis Ellison from the Sacramento Kings. It's a complicated 3-team deal with Utah. Ellison, the top pick in last year's draft, playing only 34 games his rookie year because of injury. Going from the Bullets to Utah, shooting guard Jeff Malone, the second leading scorer in Bullets history, averaging a career-high 24.3 last year. The Bullets in desperate need of a big man. They'll plug in Liddell Echols to take Malone's place. Malone will be going to Utah. Let us sort it all out for you right now. The Bullets will get Purvis Ellison. Going to Utah, as mentioned, Jeff Malone. Also, they get the Sacramento Kings' second-round pick. As you can see, that is number 33 overall. Sacramento gets a bunch of picks, and they get a couple of players from the Jazz as well. Eric Lechner, a player out of Wyoming, a big man who I think has a chance to do a little something in the league, and Bobby Hansen, a shooting guard, probably on the downside of his career. As you can see, they have now a couple of first-round picks, their own, and the one that formerly belonged to the Utah Jazz. The Knicks made it official today, extending the contract of general manager Al Bianchi, though terms have not leaked out. His 3-year term as GM was to have expired at the end of this week. Coming up next on PRISM, PRISM Sports goes international. The latest from the second round of the World Cup and the opening round at Wimbledon. Those stories in a moment.
This is the thrill you've been waiting for. The burst of acceleration, the blast of rushing air, and powerful G-forces. Your heart pounding with excitement. Hold on to your seat and take a ride on the wind.
When does a good quarterback make a great receiver? When someone who's been drinking passes him their car keys. Nice pass. If you've been drinking, pass your car keys to someone who hasn't.
Know when to say when. A reminder from Budweiser.
Second round World Cup action today, and the host country Italy advanced. Also winning was Ireland. Yvonne Lendl obsessed really now with getting his first Wimbledon title, but obsession almost became depression today. He started slowly in his opening round match only to come back and win, but 16th seed Yannick Noah of France lost his opening round match today. Coming up next on PRISM, some girls. Some guy. Ken Adelberger with a PRISM Sports update for you tomorrow night at 9:35. I'm Mark Zumoff. Have yourself a good Monday night, won't you? And enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm Catherine Parker. You must be Tess.
3 exceptional performances.
You never got it, Dana. I'm a man. I'm sensitive. I need to feel loved. I need to be desired.
It was when you started introducing me as the old ball and chain. That's when I left.
3 great movies.
I'm going to have you arrested.
You try it. Just try it.
1 extraordinary actress, Sigourney Weaver, this month on PRISM. First, catch Weaver in an Oscar-nominated supporting role as Melanie Griffith's boss and Harrison Ford's soon-to-be ex-girlfriend in Working Girl. Then Sigourney leaves the jungles of Manhattan for the mountains of Africa as naturalist Diane Fossey in Gorillas in the Mist, a moving performance that earned her a Best Actress Oscar nomination. And finally, watch Sigourney flex her funny bone and hold her own against comic heavyweights Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Harold Ramis in the hit sequel Ghostbusters 2. PRISM will salute one of Hollywood's hottest actresses with a very special triple feature on Saturday, June 30th, starting at 8 p.m. with Ghostbusters 2, immediately followed by Working Girl at 10 and Gorillas in the Mist at midnight. So set your VCRs for a star-studded salute to a gorilla-saving, ghost-busting Working Girl this month on PRISM, your channel with a better choice of movies.
Lieutenant, is there a 6-foot bat in Gotham City?
The real story. The love story. A woman in danger. A hero in black.
Vicky Vale.
Hi. Bruce Wayne.
And what do you do for a living?
Nice outfit.
Jack is dead, my friend. You can call me Joker. When freak terrorizes, wait till they get a load of me.
Don't kill me! Don't kill me, man! What are you?
I'm Batman.
Stay tuned as PRISM, your total entertainment channel, takes you behind the scenes of a major motion picture.
Your left, right, jump forward! Your left, right, jump forward!
Welcome to Fort Chaffee, Arkansas. Full-time military base and part-time movie set. Most recently, for the Raystar production of Universal Pictures' Biloxi Blues. The time is 1945, and this is the place where boys become men, and those men become soldiers. But when Uncle Sam went looking for a few new recruits, did he really want to find Eugene Jerome?
Never got this hot in Brooklyn. It was like Africa hot. Tarzan couldn't take this kind of hot.
And action!
It is Eugene Jerome's coming of age which is the basis of this Neil Simon semi-autobiographical tale. Adapted from the Tony Award-winning play, Biloxi Blues stars Matthew Broderick as the intuitively funny Eugene Jerome. It is the same role he first performed for Broadway audiences.
I really like both film and stage. Stage is sometimes a little more, it's simpler and more satisfying, particularly in a comedy and things like that when, when people are laughing. I mean, it's a great feeling. It's also nice to do something that I did on stage in a film. I've never done that before.
Turning Eugene Jerome and the rest of these green recruits into soldiers is the unenviable task of Sergeant Merwin J. Toomey. And filling the shoes of this unpredictable drill sergeant is Christopher Walken, in a role he has wanted to play since seeing it on Broadway.
I happened by accident to be at the opening night of this play on Broadway. And it was wonderful. Maybe I did think of myself as Toomey because when I go to the theater and I see another actor and I get a little jealous, you know, I sort of wish, you know, if they're good, you know, I sort of wish it was me. I think that actors are often like that. And that was the case that night. I remember seeing him and saying, gee, I'm jealous.
I'd like you to answer when your name is called. The answer to that question is ho. Not yes, not right, not here, not sir. Any other unacceptable form of reply except the aforementioned ho. Am I understood?
Ho, ho.
Are there two Arnold Epsteins in this company?
No, Sergeant.
Epstein, Arnold B.
Ho.
One more time.
Ho.
Do I make myself clear, Epstein?
Ho.
Do I make myself clear, Jerome?
Ho, yes.
Ho, what?
Ho, nothing.
You having trouble understanding me, Jerome?
Ho, no. I mean, no ho, Sergeant. It's just plain ho.
I admire Toomey. I think that I like him, you know, and I think that the guys have to like him too because he really means well. He wants to save their lives. He says that, and it means you know, doing things you don't necessarily want to do.
Oh God, you are pitiful! You're embarrassing me in front of the lizards and the buzzards. What would you do if the Japanese army was behind you?
Surrender and get some sleep.
There's no getting around it. War is hell.
It was then I decided I had to get out of the Army. I thought of shooting off a part of my body I might not need in later life, but I couldn't find any.
But even though the front lines of Europe are several thousand miles from Biloxi, Mississippi, this would-be soldier is determined to see some real action.
You like the left side or the right?
If we do it right, hon, we're going to use both sides. You come to Mama now.
Would it be okay if we didn't use the word mama? It makes me think of my mother, and that sort of kills it, you know? Can't really think of it as this sweet, innocent time. But some things about it, you know, the way men and women were, and the idea of a family and a house and a picket fence, and, I mean, it was nice. Are you gonna be back here next weekend?
No, we only come in once a month.
Maybe I could come out to Gulfport.
We're really not allowed to make dates.
Well, it wouldn't be a date if I was just to bump into you, would it?
It would be if I went to confession. Especially if I told you I went to St. Mary's on Piermont Street. Eugene.
Goodbye, Daisy. I've always liked that era. There's a very kind of cozy feeling to it. For me, looking back at it anyway, that I have, it's infectious. I like that. Okay. I always wanted to get mine. Wiping out an entire battalion of Japanese Marines.
Forget the medals. What are you doing your last week on Earth?
I would lose my virginity, win the Pulitzer Prize for Literature, and fall in love with the perfect girl.
It's over.
What's over?
Life, my friend.
From what I understand, she's a witness.
She maintains she didn't see anything.
He's a cop from Chicago.